Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're all here. Welcome to a new video and a new pick a card reading, which I feel like I have not done one in a good while. But anyway, today we're going to be looking at what is the vibe for this summer. Obviously we're mostly through the summer at this point, but I still wanted to do it. I still felt like motivated and excited to do this reading, so I thought, why not? We can definitely count it until like September time, okay? And also you can come back next summer because I will make it a timeless reading. Also, people have different summers, different times of the years. Cannot neglect those people. Anyway, you will be picking from images today. Let's just go ahead and get those images up for you so that you can choose the option you feel the most drawn to. Okay, hey there, those of you who chose the first image, welcome to your reading. I'm going to start off by looking at your image a little bit and just getting talking about the intuitive feelings or nudges I get from it, intuitive messages. As I said, I haven't really done a reading in a while, so I'm a little bit rusty right now, but we'll get into the groove, don't you worry. Okay, so from your image straight away, I really feel this sense of freedom that you'll be feeling this summer. Do you know what? Because I actually have already pulled your tarot cards, because that's what I like to do. I still want to look at your image, but there's something in your tarot cards that kind of is backing up this message. So let me just, we'll leave these to later. Sorry, again, all over the place right now. Getting into the groove. Here we go. But yeah, I see a sense of freedom that you'll be feeling this summer, and that could be coming from this financial stability that we see over here with the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Also maybe travel opportunities as well. And I wish this was my pile, because the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, maybe we should zoom in a little bit more. Like, wow. It really feels like someone living their life, or living their life, not really your life. Like having making a lot of good memories, you know. Yeah, definitely new opportunities coming in, or new beginning, and particularly when it comes to stability. Some of you guys might even be moving countries, living in new countries, or just moving in general. That is offering like this new sense of stability or security. I'm trying to get I'm trying to put into words how this feeling is that I'm getting. So it doesn't feel necessarily like you're alone, but you're very comfortable in your aloneness, or in being by yourself. It doesn't feel like you're craving anything, or you're necessarily desiring anything, or even if you have these specific like, oh, I wish I had a bit more of that in my life, or I wish I was able to do that a little bit more. Like, it doesn't feel like there's anything stopping you from actually doing that. And in that way, it's very easy for you to be getting what you want. Yeah, it's like, I do sense that maybe some of you guys are isolating yourself a little bit as well this summer season. Or it's like protecting your peace, it more feels like. Again, you're very happy in being within your own company. There's no craving to, like, you know, surround yourself with those people, or surround yourself, or keeping yourself really busy in order to avoid something. It doesn't feel like you're avoiding anything anymore. It feels like you're at least able to sit in any kind of like uncomfortable emotions, or yeah, it just feels like you're really just enjoying life, you know. Let me focus on the tarot cards now and see what else we have coming out here. Again, with the Ten of Cups, this is like emotional fulfillment. And we also have this in this deck anyway, we have the Ace of Cups in the background here. So again, I just feel like, I don't know if these cards are kind of in focus or not. I feel like my fingers are in focus. There we go. Okay, so we have this Ace of Cups back here. So again, it's like a new opportunity being presented to you that is offering a lot of fulfillment all round. So in the realm of like material abundance and emotional fulfillment, like you, or abundance, you're feeling very fulfilled and satisfied in that area. This Four of Cups is very intriguing to me. Yeah, I feel like this is representing your desire to protect your peace, at least. Yeah, isolation feels a bit too extreme, but it feels like, you know, when people grow in money or like grow in wealth, I guess you could say, and a lot of times they end up having to like isolate or maybe cut off old friends or something like that because they feel like either those friends don't get it, or they feel like those type of people are certain people take advantage of them through a perception that they now have of them because of something material based. So again, maybe you're making more money or something like that, or you're having more success in other ways, particularly when it comes to your career, even gaining some kind of popularity in some way. And with that, it's kind of come with a need to isolate a little bit or to reflect on some connections, like friendships or family connections that you may have had, or you may have, because maybe those people don't see you in the same way, or that you don't feel like you are being treated in the same way that you were previously. So yeah, let's see what else we have. Let's clarify. Can you tell me more about this Ten of... I keep want to say Ten of Wands, so why is that? I guess Ten of Wands represents that kind of responsibility, the burdens, which also could come with gaining things, like, you know, gaining more money, gaining more, I'm hearing a lot of like material possessions as well. So maybe again that house thing, maybe you're buying a house for the first time or something like that, which comes with more responsibility. So there's a sense of freedom that comes with it, but also a sense of isolation or loneliness. And this isolation or loneliness could come from, again, people around you not really understanding the circumstances that you're in. So you know how like a lot of the times we see people with, again, I'm using money a lot as an example because that's really the only thing that's coming to me, but a lot of the times people with money might complain about something, and then people who haven't experienced those circumstances will be like, why are you complaining for? Like, you could easily fix that, like that's not an issue, you know. But it's still an issue. Just because your circumstances are different doesn't mean it's not affecting you in any way, you know. Like, I always like to use the example of like, whether you drown in a puddle or you drown in the ocean, you're still drowning, you know. So even if someone's experiences appear worse than yours or better than yours, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is to be the one experiencing it. So I feel like for you guys, maybe you're having to separate yourself, or you feel like there's some kind of separation between you and your community at this time because of differences in something that you feel like they don't understand maybe about you or your circumstances or something like that. But it feels like your circumstances are very positive overall, you know. Like you can at least appreciate or see the positives in your circumstances during your summer month. So let's go ahead and clarify this Ten of Cups. Oh, that would be... Oh, Okay, so we have the the King of Swords coming out here. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Tell me more about this Four of Cups energy, please. We've got another 4 here. 4 of Swords coming out. And tell me more about this 10 of Pentacles, please. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like your reading's going to be pretty straightforward because I feel like it's literally just reinforcing what I've said. This 10 of Pentacles straight away, again, you see like the Queen, sorry, not 10 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles even. You see on this side of the deck, or this side of the card, you can see the ruins, the, how would you describe this? That things are not perfect, right? So even when someone has success, even when someone is very giving or seems very secure, there may be things behind the scenes that shows the there are things behind the scenes that show that everything isn't always what it seems, or everything isn't easy just because you have something, right? So even if you have a great opportunity, there is difficulties that come with that. Like, it doesn't matter how great the opportunity is. It could be as simple as like, or as, I guess you couldn't say simple, as difficult as like, oh, I've been invited by a company to travel to this place and that sounds great, but actually I had travel anxiety, so for me that's not as easy as it might be for some other people. So again, there's like these challenges or these obstacles or things that you might have to overcome in order to embrace a new opportunity or to have something that you desire. But for you, it feels worth it. But again, you may feel kind of isolated or lonely or unsupported in the fact that other people may not understand it. So I do sense as well that throughout, I don't know whether this will happen in summertime exactly, but I feel like either way, once you come out of this summer, which we will be looking at, the deeper wisdom and understanding you will be gaining this summer towards the end of this reading, so stick around for that. But I feel like you're going to come out of this summer kind of evaluating your connections and also thinking about the fact that you may need to step out of your comfort zone and grow more connections with people who now can share similar, who might share similar circumstances or experiences as you. A lot of you guys might work in like the entertainment industry or something like that, you know, and it's like as much as your family might or your friends might love you and appreciate you or stuff like that, they might not understand what you've been through. So again, you're gonna have to like broaden your circle to make more connections with people who may be able to understand what you have been through and what kind of things you experience in your day-to-day life. So stability, again, coming up here with the 4s. Yeah, this 4 of Swords, you can see like in the background, there's like burning. The city is burning, but like this guy here, he's like, yeah, I can't do anything about that. I'm gonna have to step away. I need my peace, my quiet. Yeah, and the example I see is like, say you're making more money and your family's like, oh, we really need help with this, can you pay for this for us, or we really need help with that. Maybe it's not even like you're making more money, but you have more time on your hands. Maybe you work from home and your family's like, we would really help. Or like maybe they don't even ask you, they just expect you to like cook and clean and like do all these different things just because you're actually working from home, but they don't see that you're still just because you don't have to get out of just because you don't have to leave the house every day and, like, you know, make the morning commute and all these different things, it doesn't mean that your day isn't stressful or that you have energy to do extra things around the house, you know. Again, it reminds me of like mothers and how many of them have this dual responsibility, which kind of acts as if they have like two jobs. So they go to work and then they come home and they cook, they clean, they care for the children. But oftentimes men do not see that as work or as a job, even though oftentimes it can feel like that. And, you know, they may not appreciate how much labor that takes. So you guys could have any of these scenarios going on, you know, but in some way it feels like there's a need for you to step back from the chaos or the busyness that other people may be trying to push onto you, or you may feel is your responsibility when really it's not necessarily your responsibility, you know. So with this Wheel of Fortune, I do feel like you've kind of mastered something. Something in your life has changed, your luck has changed in some way. Again, I feel like this is a shift from who you used to be, or just the way your life used to be. Something in your life has changed or is changing over the summer month. And whatever it is, it's a blessing. It feels very lucky. People might say you're very lucky, you know, but actually, again, they haven't seen the amount of hard work you've put into doing this, and how much has gone behind the scenes. This King of Swords, I'm not getting anything from him, so I need some more cards. Tell me more about this King of Swords energy with the Ten of Cups, please. What about this King of Swords here? These fours are showing up so much. So we've got the Four of Pentacles now. There's also a lot of masculine energy here. And the Moon card would help if these were actually on screen. There we go. Yeah, so I feel as actually for your own happiness, you're going to need to stand your ground this month. Emotions may be very full on, and in order for you to keep your level of, like, I guess, happiness up, or your level of, the word that comes is gratitude, but I feel like it's not accurate of what I mean. So basically, you've had this opportunity come to you, your life is changing, things feel really great, you're thankful for this, but again, there's all these different, like, things, nuggets, that aren't so pleasant happening. So in order to focus on the good, I would say, you need to vocalize and create boundaries with those people around you, and really state your emotions, you know, be open with how you feel. And I would also say, look at things logically as much as feeling things emotionally. So kind of focus on the facts of the matter. Like, the fact of a matter might be like, I deserve this opportunity. A fact of a matter could be like, I deserve to have rest after a hard days of work, you know. The fact of the matter could be like, it's not my responsibility to do that for someone else, or to, you know, whatever it is, you know. So try and focus on the logic behind things, like reason with logic, basically, to reinforce your own beliefs and to keep your emotional state quite balanced. Yeah. So let's just get one more card pull, see if there's anything else. So they're choosing the image one, please. What can they expect during the summer season? What can they expect during the summer season? So we have the Magician here, Page of Pentacles. The Pentacles are really coming out here. Temperance, there's that balance coming in. And one more. And I also hear with the Temperance, alchemization as well as Magician can kind of be a bit of an alchemist as well. So the alchemization again with like turning any kind of frustrations from other people into power, you know, like using it to fuel you in positive ways, transforming it into something that is positive and not going to affect your mental stability, or, you know, not going to bring those negative thoughts into your new reality. Why is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Clarify with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Wands. So that's that conflict with other people. Yeah, I feel like if anything, other people are going to be really affecting your sense of stability. Again, they could be asking for money or something like that, you know. They could be in some way trying to use up your resources, or it's going to feel like that. So let's quick, how do they overcome this? So we have the Three of Swords here, Nine of Cups. So focusing on your own happiness, again, your own fulfillment, doing things that really make you happy. Again, in your image, I just felt like this person traveling, this person escaping, and that escapism and freedom is really bringing them a lot of fulfillment and happiness. Taking time away from these connections who are bogging you down, as well as communicating how you're feeling and working through old wounds as well, you know, those wounds from childhood or anything like that, who kind of impacting the voice in your head, you know, like typically this won't be the first time that you've experienced something like this, especially if you're older, you know. I mean, you should be older if you're watching these readings, but I don't think it would be affecting you so much if there wasn't already a voice in your head or some kind of subconscious belief that was reinforcing the message, right? So I feel like working through those subconscious fears and looking back and thinking about, where have I heard this messaging before? And again, working on the reasoning, like the logical reasoning of it. Like, is it true? Is it a fact? Or is it an opinion, you know? So yeah, I really feel like some of you guys are going to have a new job opportunity or something like that. And there's some kind of work or career opportunity. Yeah, that's what I feel. We're going to get your oracle cards out so we can hopefully just tie everything together, get a bit more information. So you guys have the Electric Eel Spirit with Bring Your Ideas to Life. This came out in reverse. We have the Burning Bowl Ritual. Drink tea. I might be showing you all this in reverse, my bad. Drink tea. And forgive. And then we will look at this card in a bit. And the Forgive card says, of course, anger can always be justified, but then so can forgiveness. Just depends on how much more you want from the adventure. Go for gobs, the universe. So I feel like that again, it kind of speaks to the whole not allowing these opinions or these circumstances, the small, I can't think of the word, guys, like like I just keep seeing someone like a crab pinching someone, and it's like, it's annoying, but it's not stopping me. Do you know what I mean? Like those little annoying things or little annoying messages from people, family, or whatever it is, like don't let that stop you, and really learn to alchemize that negativity into something positive. So again, this is like just leading with love. Again, you don't necessarily need these people in your life. You don't need to actually go up and be like, I forgive you, but for your own like mental well-being, like being like, that is not, I guess, not dwelling on it, not dwelling on any kind of like anger or frustration or really uncomfortable emotions, feeling them but allowing them to pass and things like that. Again, burning bowl ritual is that idea of letting go. So this summer season, you're really going to be letting go of all the things, especially the people as well, that are not supportive of you. The mental, this might not even be people for some of you guys. Like, it could literally just be like your own mind working against you, working against your beliefs and things like that. I find that this drink tea card always comes out when it's about like really clearing your mind and being present in the moment, not thinking too far ahead, and learning to like, and using herbal remedies or whatever it is to, you know, really calm yourself and things like that. Let's just take a look at this electric eel spirit. Can you clarify this card, please? Can you clarify the message? Option number 1, let's electric eel spirit. Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, the Tower. So if there's any ideas that kind of elude you, that come and they go, opportunities you think you're meant to get but then they fall through, things like that, like everything is leading you to this better future, this better reality. So again, not dwelling on any kind of negative experiences, not holding on to them any longer than you need to, you know, like grieve them and let them go is really going to be a important lesson for you. But let us take a look at the deeper wisdom and understanding. So we have here, come to the edge, which is all about facing your fears. You actually had the Fool card at one point on the top of your deck. So taking a leap of faith, doing the risky thing is going to provide positive rewards. Again, you might have people in your ear telling you not to do that thing, it's not going to be worth it, etc, etc. But actually, I feel like if you're trusting your intuition, it's really going to prove to be very beneficial for you. It's going to work out really well for you, especially as we had the Wheel of Fortune there as well. So your luck is changing during the summer months, and keep going. Basically, trust your own instincts and do the thing that scares you, you know, not in an unhealthy way or a way that risks your safety, but but in general, going after the things that are not necessarily the safe option, because they will lead to actually a lot more stability and security and freedom for you. So yes, option number 1, that is everything that I have for you. That is what the summer vibe is. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know by commenting down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hi there, those of you who chose the second image, welcome to your reading. In full transparency, this is actually another day because I started filming your reading and then it just wasn't feeling right. I wasn't really getting messages coming through, but for each pile I have been doing a bit of a intuitive, what's the word I'm looking for, just looking at the image at first and just seeing what messages come through without pulling any cards. And I did do that for your pile as well, so I think I'm just going to insert whatever I said there. Okay, hey there, option number 2, those of you who chose the second image, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at your vibe. I'm going to just look at your image a little bit and see what kind of intuitive messages I get coming through. So I kind of feel a sense of reflection happening this summer season, or whenever you're watching this. So there might be a lot of times where you're looking out at the past, thinking about past situations that have happened. Not necessarily like just bad things, but also like positive memories as well. Maybe even making more memories, like documenting more memories. I feel like this summer season is going to feel like a bit of a pause, or like a exhale or a breath of fresh air. So maybe you've been very busy recently or over the last couple of months leading up to this, and now you have time to relax a bit more, or there's like at least an ease of mind, or things feel like they are slowing down a little bit, but in like a good way, like a moment to breathe. I also see someone maybe exploring new places, around different cultures or something like that. It could even be like you're visiting your hometown or your home, especially if you're like of a different culture or something like that, like going back to your ethnic country. I don't even know how you would say that. Going back to your familial place of being. If you get what I mean. Like I see someone looking through like their grandparents' things or something like that. Like there's a reason to reflect or to look back, and reminisce on things. So this could even be like, again, just looking through like your grandparents' things or your parents' things in some way, looking through old photos, old clothes, things like that, you know. Oh, but I'm coming here with a fresh energy today, and hopefully we can actually get the messages that, or get the reading going for what the vibe is for this summer. So I'm gonna get the word reflection coming up, and I think that is a word I brought up when I spoke about your image, or what messages I kind of got from your image here. Like just the way these three cards look, like the way his hands on his head, her hands on her head, eyes are closed. Like I just feel like someone really looking inwards, but I do feel a sense of like stress or worry coming around you this summertime. But it's like with the High Priestess here, I hear the word disconnect. So it's like you may find that you're trying to disconnect from fears or worries that you have, as well as having a lot of sudden, and this could be due to even like sudden changes, things that you thought were meant to happen falling through, or circumstances kind of just not working out. Yeah, like 9 of Cups reverse, things you hoped or wished for not happening for you. And it feels like you're trying to tune into your higher wisdom and like spiritual knowledge to make sense of these things. Okay, I want more cards. Honestly, how I feel when it comes to your pile is like I have a not a frog in my throat, but almost like my tongue's tied. That's how I feel. Like I'm really struggling to get my words out. So this could either be that you guys may find yourselves isolating a lot this summer. Maybe you're not really being very vocal about what's happening to you, or you're not in like a social mood really this summer. Or I feel or this can really happen when I feel like there is divine intervention, and like a lot of things are kind of being hidden from you. Like there's not a lot of clarity, I would say, but it's for a reason, you know. It's probably why I couldn't even really get any messages when I first pulled cards for your reading or tried to approach your reading, because I just felt like, well, well, I felt like my mind was going very blank with you guys, and usually I tap into a feeling first before, and then that shows me how to read the cards. So because you know, like one card can have several meanings in a way, so I feel like the feeling creates the story. So I really struggled to tap into the feeling, and if I can't get the feeling, then I'm just kind of driving blind in a way, which doesn't help anyone. So coming into it again now and still feeling like this tongue-tied energy, very like congested or trapped in my throat, my mouth. So there's a feeling of being held back from something, again, like a opportunity or something, a wish not happening, being close to something but it not working out, something like that, you know. So let's clarify the spread here for the vibe. So number 2, let's clarify the 4 of Cups, please. Tell me more about the 4 of Cups energy. So we have the 9 of Pentacles coming through. Priestess. Page of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. Six of Swords. There's also like this repetition going on. I don't know what that means. So what came to my mind when I said that was like past patterns coming up again. I'm hearing like Pluto, so I would look at where Pluto is in your chart. You might be being very impacted by this Pluto and Aquarius energy, or something like that. Something from the past repeating itself, and it might not be in your physical reality, but just like maybe a wound being re-triggered, having to re-explore something you thought you originally healed, you know. And that's where I feel like this High Priestess is coming in, as in like you're trying to tap into your spiritual wisdom, the lessons that you've learned, your higher knowings and things like that, to rectify the confusion and the lack of emotional balance you may be feeling in your life, or the dissatisfaction you may be feeling. And the 10 of Swords. So the 6 of Cups here, especially with this deck, it is a card of like reflection, looking back in the past. Again, 9 of Cups, 6 of Swords, moving away from something difficult. And then the 10 of Swords. A revival of something you thought was dead or had ended. And I hear like looking at it from a new perspective. Again, even for me, like I feel like I'm still not getting the clarity that I'm looking for here. I just keep seeing someone praying for something. Or like praying for clarity, praying for the things that you desire. Like, you know, it's, you know, those stories or testimonies of people who their life like just blows up around them, and like thing after thing goes wrong and they don't know why, and there's no explanation for it, but they just turn to like their religion, or they just basically trust that everything's gonna go how it should. And even though there's like fear and worry and things like that, like they still try and lean on their support of their spiritual wisdom, I guess you could say. And this feels like something you guys are going through. And at the end of the testimony, usually like everything works out and they can kind of see the big picture and why all these little things had to go wrong, because it led them to something better. Yeah, almost with the Four of Cups, it's like Spirit handing you something new, different, full of life, and kind of being in a state where you're not eager to take it because you're like, okay, well, why isn't all of this working? What's wrong with what I had before, you know? Tell me more about this energy in this spread here, please. Whoops. There we go. So with the Two of Wands here, it feels like someone wanting to go out, whether that's like socialize, wanting to be more a part of the world in some way. Yeah, right now they know that like the decision that they have to make right now is basically one of almost self-preservation. Like they know that this time of solitude, or just of solitude, I'm gonna go with that word, is necessary. I hear like choosing the path of least resistance. So in a way, with you trusting in the divine intervention, trusting that it's all for your higher good, you're choosing the path of least resistance. Even if it's not showing itself to be, even if the benefits of it are not showing itself to you at this time. So Queen of Cups again feels like a reflection card. And the Seven of Pentacles reversed. I feel like things might be slowing down for you as well, like any projects or things you were really putting a lot of work into, you may find that there's just a reason for it to slow down, or maybe production slowing down in some way. Could be like energetically you just don't have the energy for it at this time. Let's see what else we got. Tell me more about the energy, the vibe for the summer for those who chose the second image, please. And clarity. Six of Cups reversed again. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. We are kind of getting repeating messages here. Again, I felt like I wasn't really going to be able to get too much out for you guys, but we will. Any more? We will look at the Oracle cards in a bit. One more card, please. For the vibe. Okay. We've got a bit more uplifting energy here. Chariot, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Ten of Cups. So first, let's start off with the Wheel and the Six of Cups. So they're reflecting on something that you've put a lot of energy into, that has brought you put a lot of emotional investment into, I feel like, you know. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like it's a bit of a feeling of like bad luck. Why is this happening to me? Things not working out in your favor. This energy over here, I see that by walking away from this thing, and wittingly walking away from it, you know, investing your energy into the things that are making you happy, even if that means slowing down and taking a step backwards. Especially if it means like something like, oh, I didn't know I needed a degree to do this thing that I really want to do. It means I have to go back and like put another month or year onto my plan in a way. Well, it's like by doing that thing, it's gonna bring you the long-term emotional fulfillment and success that you're looking for. So whatever it is that has kind of been blocked from your life or like put on hold in some way, has fallen apart, it's gonna bring you the fulfillment that you initially anticipated. So let's take a look at your oracle cards. So we have the card Be True to Yourself, which reads, you may not ever understand what's going on in their life, but you can always figure out what's going on in yours. We have positive affirmations. Clean your space. And take time out with the brown bear spirit. So even with the clean your space card, I always feel like when I get a card like this, it's always about slowing down, being very present in your current reality and kind of controlling what the things you can control. Not taking on anything more than is within your control, basically. And kind of looking at the details, the smaller picture, and your current environment as well, and how that might be impacting your mental health or your emotional well-being and things like that. Again, with Be True to Yourself, it's like, don't take these setbacks as like this isn't for you, or you're not good enough, or anything like that. Like anything that kind of brings these negative thought patterns into motion. And remember who you are at your core. Remember your divinity and your strength and power and how much you have to offer. Just because this thing isn't working out how you might be expecting it to, it doesn't mean it never will. It doesn't mean that it's not for you in the end, you know? Like if this is truly something that makes you happy and you really want, again with the example of like, maybe you wanted to do something but you didn't realize you needed a particular credential to do it. And now you've got to add on a little bit more time into getting that title or credential, whatever it's called. Just because you have to do that, it doesn't mean, like that means that this thing can still be for you if you want it. And the process to even getting that thing or investing in the education could bring you down a new path, or just generally give you something that you didn't even know. It's like it brings in a piece that adds to the bigger picture. Like imagine you could meet like your future spouse there, you could meet your best friend there, like, you know, something like that. You could meet a mentor who really helps put you on a path that you were always meant to be on. So it's like all these little things add together to make the big picture. And just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So again, working with positive affirmations, and it's something that you're going to really be finding a necessity during this summer season as you maybe battle some of these subconscious fears and these challenging mindsets that might be creeping up again. Maybe it's something you already thought you had dealt with and overcome, but actually it's kind of creeping up again as you go through this shift and change that's happening. And this brown bear spirit is kind of reiterating that feeling that I had of maybe not getting out as much and socializing so much because there is a need to like invest in your own self. I will read the message for you guys. There is a time to act and a time to focus on your attention on patient strategizing. The arrival of brown bear spirit signals that you are best served by foregoing hard work towards your goal at this moment, and instead taking time out to meditate or just take a nap so you can refresh yourself and begin planning what you want to co-create next. Come to know the lay of the land as you contemplate. Imagine what you might do in this vast space of possibility before you, and begin forming a plan. Remember, sleep allows for dreaming and rest allows for clear-headed strategizing. How might you become the person you wish to be and experience whatever your heart desires? Insights will arise as you explore the possibilities and begin envisioning your plan. Knowing what you want will ensure you use your energy wisely in the days ahead. Be patient at this time, relax and be calm and peaceful so you can recharge. The call for action will come later. So knowing what you want, be true to yourself. What are your core beliefs? Is this something that's making you happy? If you're someone who is kind of knows a bit about human design and stuff, like think about your energy type and your authority. We also have a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck which talks about what your deeper wisdom and understanding you are gaining this summer. So for you guys, you have the Tick-Tock card, which really talks about divine timing and taking things and kind of knowing that there is, again, a bigger plan to things. Things sometimes are out of our control, and to trust that better things are happening for us even when nothing is happening. So this one says, have you been feeling as if the clock is ticking and getting a little nervous that your dreams are taking too long to manifest? There is nothing to fear. You will never run out of time for the important things. The miracles that are yours and yours alone can't be missed. Isn't that amazing? You are in such capable hands with guides and angels hovering in the invisible spaces, ensuring that your journey will be filled with all sorts of goodies. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. Spirit will never deny you your highest good. All is yours in divine, appropriate timing. You can relax. So again, we have that message of relaxation, and I guess this is just affirming that it's okay to be in this space of like slow and steady wins the race, of relaxation, to be trusting in your higher wisdom and your spirit guides, spiritual teams, whoever you feel the most drawn to, and knowing that all the things that you want are really gonna come in for you in divine timing. Okay guys, that is the end of your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit on the shorter side, but I feel like your message was very clear, and I like to just keep things clear as possible. We're not going to overcomplicate them and drag it out just to make more time, you know. But yeah guys, that is everything that I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up and let me know by commenting down below what you thought, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Hey there, option number 3, welcome to your reading. Let's get into what is the vibe for the summer season. For each pile, I've started off by looking at the image that you guys have chosen and kind of just getting intuitive messages from it. So I will put that in now. Okay, option number 3. As I look at your image, I really feel even a sense of like peace and joy as well. Like it just feels very happy. I feel like smiling. And now I'm hearing Bob Marley, don't worry about a thing, it's every little thing, it's gonna be alright. Yeah, I just feel like there's a very chill, serene vibe to this. And honestly, I don't have much else to say about that, because I don't know why you feel this way, but we're going to get into it with the cards. So let's actually get into the cards so that we can figure out why you're in such like a calm, tranquil energy at this time. Okay, funny enough, as I look at these 3 cards here, I feel like a sense of you guys have been through a lot. Or there's like a, how would I describe this feeling now? There's like a hurtness to this. I know one of the key words to describe this card in the book is prickly. As you can see, he's got like, let's see here, sorry, here. right? Like it's quite like a dry, deserted place. Some kind of like prickly burnt cactus type thing. So basically, and then like the Nine of Wands being like the wounded warrior, the Queen of Swords, who isn't like the most, isn't going to translate things in the most, oh guys, I'm struggling with words today, tactful way. That's what I'm looking for. So there might be a bit of bite to you this summer, and I feel like it would be because of any kind of like past experiences you've had that have really left you feeling a bit like victimized, or it's almost like the feeling of the opposite of what I said. Like you don't want to feel like a victim, you don't want to feel like you've been taken advantage of anymore, that people are kind of just like walking all over you in some way, or just that you're getting the bad end of the stick, the wrong end of the stick. Oh, I can't think of phrases. Okay. But I just feel like, but then again, I feel like this summer, you're going to be going through a transition, and I feel like it's an intentful one, a kind of one that you're willingly putting yourself through, of revealing your mask, of taking off your armor and being a bit more, it's two things I guess you could say. Is like facing these enemies, fears, or difficult people in your life, or events, or whatever it is, emotions, head on. And also being a bit more vulnerable as well. Learning to let people see your weaknesses, or your perceived weaknesses, I guess I should say, and learning to let them see more of who you are at your core, like more of the softness, you know. Very interesting. Let's get some more cards, shall we? Can we get more information about this star card, please? Okay, we have the Chariot and the Justice. Verify will tell me more about the Queen of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. The Lovers. And tell me more about the Page of Wands, please. The Page of Pentacles. So with the Nine of Wands and the Lovers card, I definitely felt already that for a lot of you guys, this is going to be a connection that has put you in this state of like protecting yourself, feeling like you can't really be vulnerable with people, or in some way has just kind of wounded you in some way. And I feel like again, you're going to be really working on being more communicative with how you feel, and I feel like maybe that is what is actually bringing you peace, because Justice is about honesty. And which is interesting. Hold on. This card talks about evading justice. I'm very intrigued by the butterfly here though on this card. It's like a moment of transformation, of becoming something new. And I feel like it's something, again, you're very willing to do. it may be something like a goal you set earlier this year or something like that. Like, I want to be more vulnerable, I want to be more emotional. Even it's something like I want to be able to set boundaries with people. I want to stand up for myself more. I want to be more confident or more forthright in how I feel. I don't want to shy away from stating how I feel. So we've got the sun and the moon on his armor here. So I feel like you're someone who's experienced both the light and darkness of people. Again, it could be a love situation where, you know, originally this person fills you with a lot of love and you experienced that love, and that love was true within itself, but then also there was these more darker or not as pleasant moments and experiences within the relationship that left you feeling very, again the word wounded, but very, I don't even feel like you were conflicted, but I feel like there's a knowing that there are both sides to humanity, and almost like an embrace of both, like an acceptance of both sides, but also a feeling of like, okay, but that doesn't mean I need to be a victim to or be subjected to the darker sides of humanity. You know, like there are methods or tools that I can use to prevent myself, to protect my peace when it comes to these experiences and these types of people. I want to know more about this star card. Know more about the star card energy. Two of Pentacles. Balance, healing. I also see like it's a feeling of looking the truth in the eye. And I guess I kind of mentioned this with the Helmet card, like facing the truth. And I feel like for you, maybe that's something that was not so easy. It's something, a skill you've had to work on. But the pages here, it's like something you're still new at doing. And it's probably a theme that you'll find coming up throughout the summer season. So Ace of Cups, a new beginning of being emotionally in tune, of expressing yourself emotionally, being vulnerable and open. Even as I look at this Ace of Cups card, like I look straight through it and see these mountain peaks and how harsh they are. So I feel like behind this, there is again, a prickliness to you, but it's for a good reason. It's like you're trying to soften yourself in some way. It might even be that you've met someone or you're going to meet someone this summer who encourages you to soften yourself. Who you want to be open and vulnerable for. Okay, that was not as many as I expected. So 6 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune again, it's like knowing that things change, there are cycles to life, there are lessons to learn, and kind of just like an acceptance of that. With with the Six of Wands here. Again, a victory that was, or a war that was hard won. I don't even know if that is the right saying, but that's the saying that's in my head. It's like, yes, there was success, yes, there was a victory, but there was also a lot of wounds attributed to this. Again, I feel like there is a perspective of really looking at this as a skill. Like, you know how some people are just like, oh, I wish I was more confident, I wish I was more this, I wish I was that. Like, yes, some people are naturally born with those attributes, I guess I could say. But they're also skills that you can learn, you know? Like, you can learn to be more vocal, you can learn to be more vulnerable. It just takes courage to do so, to make that first step. And I feel like you're doing that with the Page energy here and the action of the Page of Wands. You're putting in the work and the dedication to get to know yourself better and to know the balance between things and to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. So let's look at your oracle cards. I do feel like the reading's going to be a little bit shorter, but I just feel like the messages are coming through very easy today. So you guys have create space for new love, which makes perfect sense. When a thing hurts your eyes, stop looking at it. When it hurts your ears, stop listening to it. And when it hurts your heart, stop justifying it. Oops. Time to heal with Snake Spirit. We have the Rest card here. And we also have Energy Work. So even with the word work here, like energy work, again, you're putting in work to shift the energy within you, to shift your conditioned behaviors. Taking time out, rest and finding peace in things, separating yourself from situations that are very toxic, or there's just a lot of things going on. Like, healing takes sometimes a part of healing is isolation, you know, to kind of get to know yourself better, to heal those wounds with this Nine of Wands energy here. And again, create space for new love. And to do that, you need to learn to both heal but also put yourself back out there again. Sorry, this is not all in the screen. There we go. When Snake Spirit appears, it is time to repair, renew, and replenish yourself and your vulnerable heart. Self-care and maintenance work are needed so that your vitality can arise. Give yourself the space to nourish your own well-being. Vulnerability is necessary for friendships and partnerships to work, which means all of us have tender emotions at times. Be gentle with yourself and others now. Shed the past and step into a new way of being, for vitality is rising in you. Yeah, maybe that's what I was trying to get at. There was like almost a stoicness with these three cards here. With the prickly word that I kept using, I felt like, yeah, it's like a lack of vitality maybe. Like these draining, all these situations almost drained you of your joy, of your childlike curiosity about people and things. And like, you know how when we're children, like we go into things very, especially relationships, we go into them very naive, and within that naivety there is like this emotion that we kind of can't, a lot of us don't get back because of all the hurt that we end up going through. And a lot of us miss that kind of feeling of like not overthinking people or situations, not overthinking conversations, because we're thinking, is this person going to be right for me? Is there not? Are they not? Are they a good person? Are they not? Like, you know, like you just have this kind of openness to friendships and different things like that. We don't have a lot of these conditionings and like preconceived notions about people, or how we're even meeting people. You know, like how a lot of people are like, don't meet people on dating apps, don't meet people than this, don't date longer than, if you're dating longer than 3 months without commitment, then they're not the one for you. Like, I feel like as we get older, like all these rules get placed on us, and it takes away a lot of the joy and the spontaneity of life. And I feel like through this healing that you're going through during this summer season, you're going to be getting a lot of that back. This also says this might be a good time to honor the work you have done to heal, grow, and repair any damages within you, within those you care about, and within your community. Celebrate how far all of you have come in your healing journey and all that you have created. Unburden yourself of anything that no longer supports wellness, prosperity, positive relationships, and well-being, and open the door for healing to occur. So yeah, I feel like that really backs up a lot of what we were saying. And then we've also got a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck about the deeper wisdom and understanding you will be gaining this summer. So for you guys, that is Yin in reverse. So this really goes with the resting energy, as well as like the healing, the energy work, stepping into more of that feminine energy, and not being the one to, like, you know, go out and mend things and try and fix things. The Page of Wands is quite a masculine energy. It's one that wants to like fight back and put action in, but this action needs to be turned inwards on yourself and your own healing. Also talks about having a lot of rest as well, and rejuvenation and forward movement through non-action. Do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you, without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. So yeah, you might be stepping into or learning more about how to be in your feminine energy. You might, again, have been in a lot of situations and relationships where you're always the giver, and now through this period of time you're gaining the wisdom about how you can allow yourself to receive compliments, to receive gifts, affirmations, positive experiences, and not always having to be the one to initiate that. Alright, option number 3, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know by commenting down below, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Alright, hi there, option number 4, welcome to your reading. I'm going to start off by looking at your image here and just getting any intuitive messages that are coming out. Okay guys, so for your image, the immediate feelings I get, I hear a lot of chatter and noise. So I feel like you might be in a very social situations during the summer season, spending a lot of times around people, or just in general you're enjoying time with people in some way, meeting new friends, meeting new people as well. I just feel like there's a lot of fun happening for you this summer. I also hear the word new, so maybe there's a lot of newness coming into your life. Again, this could be new connections or literally new things, like buying new things or something like that. Feels very fresh, like there's a lot of turnover. I hear the words let go of worry and fear, so we'll see where that comes out in your tarot cards. Anything else? Okay, I think that's all. Let's get into your tarot cards then. Okay, oh my notes. You should have heard me pulling this card and the Three of Swords being the first card out after I'm like, this feels like a very fun summer for you guys. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But then it was backed up by the Lovers and the Three of Cups and also the Six of Pentacles. So again, that message of connection is really here. Meeting new people, socializing as well is really here for you guys. This Three of Cups is like a question mark, and I don't know why. It kind of fell out like this. Sorry, it's not even on camera. Kind of fell out like this, and then it feels like I need to, again, you can see it's very just flipping all over the place. I feel like I need to just leave it upright, but it was kind of like a leave me as a question mark, which I don't understand. I don't really get what that means at this time, but we will try and clarify what that is. So I feel like that is where I was saying in your image reading, I said that feels like a lot of turnover, and then it kind of just stops there because my mind went blank and like nothing else came through. But that would make sense with the Three of Cups, kind of like being like, I'm a question mark, because you might have people come into your life and exit your life very quickly this summer. And that could also be with the Three of Swords. It's like, it doesn't have to be as dramatic as this woman screaming with her heart being ripped out, but I just feel like there might be a lot of like new people coming in, meeting a lot of people, thinking, oh cool, new friend, and then like not hearing from them again, or dating someone, not hearing from them again, you know, like it just feels like a lot of, whoops, my earring just fell out. Let's just put that to the side. It just feels like a lot of unexpected, maybe, or unpredictable connections with summer. So maybe not many of them solidify, but I guess we'll pull more cards and see if any of them become very significant. But I definitely feel like this can be in both the romantic and the friendship realm. I also hear like LGBTQ plus, so some of you guys could fit into that category. So maybe sometimes friends can have the potential for being romantic, and sometimes romance has the potential for becoming friends as well. So it's kind of like blended with both. There's not really a clear cut like theme. Or maybe you're just like someone who doesn't really care, like you're fine being friends with the opposite sex and vice versa. I guess there is no vice versa. Anyway, so Six of Pentacles, I see collaboration happening as well. Like you'll be both on the receiving and giving end of connections. I'm hearing like a tennis ball going back and forth or seeing a game. So you know how like they say tennis conversations are like a game of tennis where you're going back and forth. So I do see you like very much participating in building rapport with people. I just want to see where this is going. So let's get some more cards, I guess we could say. So tell me more about this energy, please. For those who chose option number 4. Queen of Swords. So tell me more about this Three of Swords. Okay, you see where my confusion comes back in here. Oh no, that makes sense. I'll say it in a second. Again, Ace of Pentacles and the Sun card, which now it all makes sense. I get it. Okay, the Lovers card, please. Queen of Cups and the Death card. Tell me more about the Three of Cups, please. Cool. We have the Devil. Have not seen this card in a hot minute. And tell me about the Six of Pentacles, por favor. And the Chariot. Okay, So why this made sense for me was this kind of feels like the second step to those who choose pile number 3, option number 3, image number 3. Because I sense that, again, you've been through a heartbreak, you've had your negative experiences in love, maybe you've been having isolation from relationships, you haven't really been engaging in anything new, anything important. So again, a lot of opportunity coming in with the Page of Pentacles and the Sun card here, and feeling very am I okay? Very happy about these opportunities coming in. Like, there's a lot of vibrancy here. What is wrong with me? Okay. I'm back into the reading. Let's tune back in. Again, with the Chariot and the 6 of Pentacles, a feeling of being very driven or committed to engaging with people. Like, you're putting the effort in, you're putting the work in to build connections and relationships. Like, it's kind of like a drive of yours. The Devil. Oh no, what's this Devil saying to me? Devil with the 3 of Cups. Tell me more about what this Devil and 3 of Cups is representing for summer experiences. Okay, the Hermit card. It feels a bit like the remnants of this 3 of Swords, like the feeling of like, I've been hurt, I've had bad experiences in love or friendships, and like I feel like there's an element of like you're learning to trust again, learning to trust the process and not overthink or become overly obsessed or attached with the potential of connections. So again, maybe that feeling of like connections coming and going, that high turnover rate, it's like through those experiences, you're learning to detach from people, which is like an important lesson or something you had to experience on the way. On your need to know more about this Lovers now. Clarify the Lovers energy, please. Okay, that 6 of Pentacles coming out again. I just keep hearing revival, but I'm kind of like, I really don't want to be like, someone from your past might be coming back around. Do you know what? I need to see what this Queen of Cups is saying. Interesting. Okay, let's just go over this card a little bit. It says this Queen has known heartbreak and loss, but rather than retreating into her shell, she has chosen to stay open to beauty and love and to let pain transform it into compassion. Dwelling as she does on and with the sea, she has attuned to the tides and to the moon that commands them. Her dreams go deep, and she is often dream-bound long after awakening. The great blue heron is carved into the jade of her throne, symbolizing balance and self-resilience. The biggest secret this loving queen may keep is that she would be just fine on her own if she wanted to be. That makes a lot of sense, actually, with like just the progression of these cards. And then also with the Death card here of a regeneration, lessons kind of learned, integration of lessons as well. So again, thinking about the fact that yes, you've experienced a lot of painful experiences in love and connections, I feel like again you're very willing to now put your energy into others, but also you're not I guess you're not doing it naively. Like again with this devil energy, like there's a little bit of mistrust here, but it's not like harmful to you in a way. You're kind of navigating between this vibe of like, who do I trust in, who do I invest in, and making sure things are balanced as well is really a key thing for you as you navigate this summer season. Like you're really going to be thinking, putting in the effort or the energy that is, you're really going to be trying to receive, wait, what am I trying to say? You're going to make sure that the effort you're putting in is also being reciprocated. Yes. So if someone, again, it's like if connections are falling through or people are falling, these new connections are falling away from your life, it's because they're not putting back in the effort. So, and this is like something you've gained from past experiences, that you're no longer going to be investing people who are not also investing in you. And that is how you're going to find the right people for you, you know? So let's take a look at your oracle cards now. Okay, so your first card is, all there is to love has been there all along. And it reads, when you begin to find love in people and places where you haven't found it before, it's because you've grown. Very relatable to your spread. You also have the read card here. And hydrate. I had the word replenish with this energy here as well. And as well as the starfish spirit with open to infinite possibilities. So with these two, actually, it's like, yes, when you are open to new experiences, to new people, and start off at least by like giving a little bit of energy just to see what the vibe is, I guess you could say, then there are more possibilities. You know, like if you go in with someone like, oh, you go into an event or a place with the mindset that you're not gonna meet anyone, or none of these people are like you, none of these people can give you what you need, then none of them will, because you're already putting that energy and vibe out there, and you're also not looking for the windows of opportunity to connect, you know, to be like, oh yeah, we have that in common, that's really cool. So I feel like on the opposite end of that, you will really be doing that this summer. Like you're going to be looking for those windows of opportunity to connect and to find things in common with someone else, and to build those connections and likeliness with other people. Again, with hydrate, it's like a feeling of like replenishing your body, replenishing your spirit through connections, through the emotional connection, especially with water being a main source of imagery here. It's like your emotional well-being is really going to be replenished, and your cup is really going to remain very full. Or even if there are moments where it gets strained, like, you know, through that ebb and flow of things, like it is going to be really replenished by connections and stuff like that. So reading, it's also going to be something you might be interested in doing a lot this summer season. Escapism through words, as well as maybe researching things as well. It's going to really be a motivator for you. Looking at, I also see maybe you're reading books on like human behavior, or like psychology books or things like that help you understand other people a bit more, help you understand connections more as well. So let's look at 59 with the starfish. So spirit is the source of opportunities beyond your wildest imagination, and ensures endless possibilities are available. At this time, starfish spirit urges you to stretch past the limits of your everyday perception and comfort zone, to dream of bigger things and imagine with even greater hope and faith. For miraculous potential is shining down on you. feel it, bask in it, and open yourself to be filled with inspiration. This is a very fortunate sign that Starfish Spirit has come to remind you of your infinite potential. Okay, and last but not least, we do have a card that has fallen on the floor. Oh. A card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, which represents the deeper wisdom and understanding you are gaining this summer, and yours is building blocks. So again, building new connections, putting in the effort and the work and the wisdom, I guess, that is necessary to create new things in your life. Like, connections extend beyond just having new friendships and stuff. Like, they become opportunities as well for like career goals or spiritual evolution and whatever, you know. Like, they sometimes extend beyond what they just seem to the eye. So let's take a look. So your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Will they stand the test of time and serve as a solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. When you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. Long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. See, when I spoke about friendships becoming more than, or relationships becoming more than meets the eye, you know, like they can help us extend beyond, create more possibilities for us than we could have ever imagined. So guys, that is the vibe that you will be in this summer season. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know by commenting down below. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye.